The first time that I went to Honduras, it was for a vacation. And I decided that we would go to the beach and we would have a great vacation while meeting some family friends that lived in Honduras, and was staggered by the poverty and the families that we met and the children that we met. And I realized that this was not going to be the typical vacation.
When I got off the plane, at first I was really nervous. It was my first time going anywhere by myself. But then I saw Erica. She was standing exactly where she said she would meet me, and I got really excited.
All my fears and my anxieties seemed to slip away as soon as my feet hit the floor. I knew that everything was going to be okay. It was a feeling of comfort.
What I felt was pure joy when I landed in Honduras, for sure.
My most powerful moment, there were a lot, but I think my favorite was on Amapala Island when all the kids, we were driving in the back of a truck and we had all the snacks ready to pass out to the kids, and all the kids just came out running as soon as they saw the truck, and they were very excited to get the food that we were about to get them.
But probably actually going into the homes and meeting the children that I sponsor or other children that are sponsored.
When we arrived at one of the little huts where a family lived, and there was a baby that was in her mother's arms but was truly on death's door, and the mother had nothing to feed her but dirty river water. She had no milk because she was so malnourished, and we just happened to have formula in the van. So in my eyes, we were able to save that baby's life.
There have been so many different powerful moments during our time in Honduras. And over the past 10 years, I could name hundreds of moments that have been extremely powerful when meeting different people there, when witnessing their living conditions, when we welcomed children into our home to raise them and give them a loving environment to grow up in, when we accept new children into our child sponsorship program, the moment that we install water filter systems and provide families and children around the country with clean drinking water. And I remember specific moments where we've dealt with children who have severe health issues because of the lack of nutrition or because of the contaminated drinking water. And there have been very important moments that have been negative, where we've witnessed children die because of their being malnourished and the lack of food and the lack of clean water to drink. And those have been extremely hard to go through. And we've witnessed children dying from other illnesses, from parasites. And then we have the positive moments where we've witnessed children facing death, and because of our mission coming in and intervening and helping them directly by providing them with baby formula or food or vitamins or whatever it may be that they need at that point in time, and witnessing them getting healthy again and growing up to be healthy children.
We do sponsor one child, and when I got to meet that child for the first time, it was unbelievable. He's the cutest little thing, Adrian, and I just met him on the last trip for the first time. Meeting him, he was very shy, very apprehensive about who this stranger was, until his mom explained, in Spanish of course, that I was his sponsor or his godparent, and he opened right up and hugged me and loved the gifts that we brought. And knowing that we were helping him and his mom, who's a single parent now, eat every month is just overwhelmingly gratifying.
So what I think is special about Helping Hearts, Helping Hands sponsorship program is I know that when I give the $30 every single month, I know that I've met the individuals personally who deliver the food and who care for these kids. So I know that the money is going directly to the child, the full $30. There's no money taken out for any type of advertising or anything like that.
One of the things we do with Helping Hearts, Helping Hands is supply water filtration systems to the children and the families in schools and in the communities. Being a nurse, I know the importance of clean water and what the lack of clean water can do, and the mortality rate and the sickness. So bringing the clean water to them or the filtration systems is awesome, that they can use the water that they currently have, which is contaminated, and still filter it and have clean water.
The systems are easy to install. We've installed many on the trips that I've been on. And watching the dirty water from the river pour into the bucket and come through the filter clean, we even drink it.
Water is life for these kids. In fact, it actually encourages the kids to come to school because they know that they can fill up their water bottles and bring them home to their families where there isn't water.
If I were to go back to Honduras, hopefully one day I will, I look forward to just seeing the girls, Jasmine and Michelle and Bea and Anna and all of Juan's family. Everyone was so sweet and welcoming.
I look forward to passing out food in Ziploc bags, trail mix, candy, cereal, whatever we can fit in there. We carry hundreds of them with us in the van everywhere we go.
Favorite tourist activity in Honduras was Erica and Juan took us to the island of Amapala, and we went over on a small boat and spent time sightseeing and spending time at the beach.
I really liked Amapala Island. It was really beautiful.
My favorite tourist activity, hands down, is visiting the island of Roatan. Roatan is now on the cruise line ship tour.
Amapala is just gorgeous. Black sand beaches. We just had a beautiful day. We packed a picnic.
Very glad we stayed in the mission home. Being in the mission home, you're exposed to several people that are from Honduras. They speak the language. They don't speak much English, if any, and you just get to kind of feel and be immersed into the culture.
I have stayed in hotels in Honduras, and first of all, I don't feel as safe as I do in the mission home, but being in the culture, living as a family member is the most rewarding and fulfilling experience.
It was the best experience. They just created such a family-oriented environment. It was fun staying in the same home all together. Shelly and I, we shared a bedroom and had the craziest laughs every single night after when we were talking about the day and just wrapping up.
To describe my trip to Honduras in one word would be undescribable.
It was hard. I would say it was eye-opening, it was life-changing, and just amazing.
I would definitely say memorable.
Fulfilling. Amazing.
There's so many things you can do, from praying about it, to sponsoring a child, to sponsoring a water filtration system, to actually going on a trip. So definitely life-changing. Or fundraising.
As a young adult, I think that everyone should experience a different culture. Makes you more well-rounded, makes you appreciate the small things. And if you have the opportunity to go, like, don't be scared. There's never a perfect time. You're never going to be completely ready to go, but I would just say to go and just dive in.
I remember when I stepped off the plane on April 10th, 2007 for the very first time in Honduras. And first of all, it was very, very hot in Honduras. And we were there for a family vacation to meet family friends from Honduras. And a few days into the trip, we visited families living in extreme poverty. And I remember God speaking to me and saying, "Erica, this is where I want you." And it was an overwhelming feeling witnessing how these families live and witnessing their poverty, but yet their willingness to give and celebrate my 15th birthday with me, even though they had nothing. And that to me was amazing. And I remember looking at my mom a few days after this celebration and saying, "Mom, this is where God wants me." And she looked at me like I was crazy and said, "We are here." And I said, "No, Mom, this is where God wants me to be helping these people long term." So we returned from that 10-day trip and We went back a few months later. We started the paperwork for our nonprofit organization, Helping Hearts, Helping Hands. And in September of 2007, our mission became official. Since then, I have been to Honduras countless times. When I turned 18, I started living there and visiting here to host fundraisers and continue supporting our mission on this end. And around the age of 18 was when we received our first foster children. And I remember the day that they walked in those doors and thinking, this is what God put us here to do. And He has given us the gift to help so many people. And the fact that His wishes are coming true through our journey and the support of so many people in the United States making this happen is just a blessing. And since then, our mission has grown tremendously, and I can't even describe the difference that our mission has made in Honduras. And it's all thanks to God guiding us there and putting it in our hearts to be the ones that do His work.